Hello to everyone.
Hello.
Hi. This is Miss Monika. We know her as one of the best person from the Czech Republic.
Aw.
Miss Monika, can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Monika. I'm 30 years old. I was born in Prague, raised in Prague. I've lived in Prague my whole life, still living in Prague. And I studied mathematics, and now I work as a quantitative analyst.
So you're good in math.
I don't know, maybe a bit better than an average person, but I think not anymore.
Why you stop training?
Yeah, I don't really train my brain that much anymore.
Do you have some hobbies maybe?
I have a dog, very sweet one, big one. So I like spending time with him and like teaching him some tricks or hiking with him.
What's up, man? Let me see. Super, chicos.
His name is Disco and it's super energy dog. Also like you. You also energy. You have a lot of energy. Like every time in the morning Monika is ready for everything. Or it will be hiking or sport. Even if yesterday we had some beers in the morning, Monika is like, hey, wake up, let's go run.
Not true.
Are you doing some sport?
I go to gym, but like I wouldn't say that it's like professional, so just
But it's like more than 5 times in
more than
months?
yeah. I try to go like 3 times per week.
Oh. It's,
Now I started running again, but I don't really enjoy it, so I think I will stop again. I always, when I start running, it's like for a month and then I stop.
okay. You do not enjoy to run?
I like it for 15 minutes, but after 15 minutes it becomes boring.
So you can run 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I do normally.
Like warm up, yeah. I was very interesting to hear something about a person who was born here, study here, something about school, Czech school. If you can tell me something, if you remember when you was kid, like some shots in your memory.
So when I was like 5 years, I went to kindergarten. I remember there was a guy that I really liked, and he spoke German, so he was like really smart because his grandpa was from Germany.
So he was in kindergarten.
So he spoke Czech and German.
Oh, in
And
like 3-5 years?
Yeah. And I thought that he was really cool because he could speak a different language. So I really liked him, but I don't think he liked me back. But then he started going to the same elementary school later, like 5 years later, and I didn't like him anymore. So I was like, okay, that's good. But from my kindergarten, if I remember something, like I remember like with my friends, we all, like in the kindergarten in the afternoon, you normally would go outside to play, like in a playground. And I remember we used to collect snails, like these animals. And we used to collect them, and once we got eggs from them. And we were really trying that we would get like baby snails. So you're like taking care of the eggs, but we didn't know how to, so we never got baby snails.
But it was a very important mission for kids.
Yeah. Once we found a snail in lettuce, and when I was a kid, in the fridge, we had lettuce in the fridge, and we found a snail there, and it was alive. So we tried to save it. So we had it in a jar, and we were feeding it during winter, and then in the spring we let it out. It happened twice, actually, 2 years in a row.
Wow.
So I had a pet snail.
Do you remember what you liked to do when you were a kid?
I have a twin sister, so we always used to play together. I was kind of like a shy kid and quiet kid, and
And
I didn't really like other kids. I was like scared of them, so I liked playing with my sister, but I didn't like playing with other kids.
is your sister also shy?
She is, and she's like really introverted, but I think I changed. Wasp situation. A really shy kid, so I liked playing with my sister, and I liked like riding a bicycle with her, and
Oh, you did bicycle when you was that young?
I think we went with my mom outside, and I had a bicycle with like the two wheels.
Had this
Yeah.
defense wheel.
So I have very bad balance. So even when I was a kid, I had very bad balance.
Are you riding bicycle now?
I can ride it, but I don't. I mean, I have the like I can. I'm physically able to ride it, but I don't really enjoy it.
Okay, because you need to think about balance, something like this, or what?
Oh, I don't know. I just
Just not your favorite.
Yeah.
Running and bicycle, not your favorite.
it's just boring.
But where you live? You live in which
In Prague 13,
13?
Stodulky.
Is that nice place?
It's a really like family-oriented neighborhood. Like there is a lot of families living, and there is a big park. So it was nice. We had a like big park right in front of our building, so we would play there with my friends. I managed to make some friends even as a shy kid. It was because like the kids from the neighborhood, they weren't shy, so they would always like ring the bell. Can Monika go outside? I was like begging my mom, no, please, no, I don't want to go outside. And my mom was like, go outside. I never wanted to socialize. It changed. Now I want to.
Oh, it's very interesting. Yeah, because I know you like a person who really like open to everything.
Yeah. But when I was a kid, I didn't like people.
And do you know what happens that you change yourself?
I think my mom was really protective and like scared of everything. So I think she was like projecting these fears on me. So I was scared of everything because my mom was scared of everything. And when I moved out, I was like, the world is not that dangerous. It's okay.
Oh, it's very interesting. I never thought about this position, that it could be like that. So you had some friends in their
Yeah.
place, yeah. No one has phones. It was like, Monika.
Yeah. They
Lindsay.
would ring the bell, and they would we lived in the same street. So there were like three girls. We lived in the same, like three other girls, and we lived in the same street. So they would always ring the bell, or sometimes I would ring their bell. It was really old school.
Do you missing that time? I
Uh,
mean, like the time when it was no phones, no internet.
it was nice, but I think like phones and internet, it's like easy to reach other people, and it's like it also has some advantages. Like I cannot actually imagine living without internet and phone now. Like it's nice for a week or two, but then I'm glad that if I'm back to civilization, having internet and phones.
Do you remember your first phone?
I do. It was the Nokia, like the one, like a big one. I don't remember the model, but it was big. But it was blue. I got like a phone case for it, so it was blue. I got it actually when I was quite young. I think I was like 8, but I couldn't take it to school. But I was only playing Snake on it. That's how I used it, just to play Snake.
Yeah, I also do remember the time when I was playing. It was Nokia 3310. It was like the most.
Yeah, so I had an older model. It was like bigger.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I also know these phones. Like a Ratse.
Yeah.
And then you went to school. Do you remember your first class?
Like first year of school, I remember something. We had a teacher. She was a bit older, and she didn't like physical education. So every time when someone misbehaved in the class, she was like, "No, you're not gonna have physical education now. It's gonna be Czech literature or mathematics instead. So we never had physical education because she was like kind of fat and she didn't want to move. So every time when someone misbehaved, she was like, no, 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 no physical education. It's gonna be mathematics. Like one part of the school, it was painted with like some fairy tale characters. So there was like a Sleeping Beauty, and then there was a road on the floor. It was painted there. So it was
Okay.
so we were still playing there in this part of the school. So even though I was still going to school, we were still playing. Like when we had break or something, it was nice.
When you start your first class,
Yeah.
you found that you love math.
I was okay. I was kind of like a smart kid, so like I was good at everything.
Okay,
It sounds bad, but
sounds nice.
sounds bad to say it like that. But I was good at everything, so I didn't have like passion for mathematics when I was a kid. Like I think I started liking mathematics when I was at high school, but in the first grade, not really. But I actually remember like the grading system in Czech Republic. It's 1 is the best, five is the worst.
Hmm.
And my first 5 I got from mathematics, actually. It was because we had a homework and we were supposed to sum 2 numbers. So it was like 2 plus 3. And then there was like a table that you were supposed to fill out. And there were like 2 numbers below each other. And then you were supposed to like add them together and write it. And then there was a second table. And that one was with minus. And I didn't notice. And I still thought it was plus. So I did
Ah.
plus. And I got a 5 because I didn't notice it was minus.
But you just
Yeah, I made a yeah, but I got a 5. That's how Czech system works.
You was upset.
I was really upset. I was crying.
Have you been in some math challenge?
Oh, like competition?
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, but it was when I was older, like when I was 12. And there were like different competitions. So one was just in school. So it was every year, it's either I won it or my sister won it, like every year. And then,
Family champions.
but we were winning all the competitions, not just the mathematical one. We were winning like
Oh, really?
English, German, everything. And every time they would, like when it was, sometimes when there was some competition, they would like say to the whole school, like, the winners of the competitions, and every time we were so embarrassed because it was like, again, our favorite twins, Monika and Teresa, they won again. First one, Monika, second one, Teresa. And in the other competition, first one, Teresa, second one, Monika.
Can you tell us some moment of that competition? Maybe some which you remember, like about some of this competition, like.
I remember I went one that was like biology, and I won in school. So then there was one round that was like for Prague. So it was different schools.
But for example, what was the questions?
Yeah,
like,
so
to
I'm
understand?
gonna get to it. So it was like whole Prague, and I met all these kids, and they were crazy smart. And I wasn't interested in biology. It was just the kids in my school didn't know much, and I knew more.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that I knew a lot.
Okay,
So
okay.
when I went to this competition, everyone knew everything, and they were like, "I want to be a doctor. I want to be a biologist." I was like, "I want to be a hairdresser." and then they put us in a room, and there are animals, like alive animals, and some birds, owls, and like some turtles, and they were supposed to name the kind of the turtle. And I was like, "It's a turtle." I don't know the name of the turtle. And all the kids, they knew it, and I didn't know anything. And then they gave you like flowers or different plants, and you were supposed to say the name of the plant. I was like, green plant, red one. I didn't know anything. So the questions were that they were showing you plants and animals, and you were supposed to name them.
How much different flowers you know?
I know house plants, like, because when it was COVID, I started buying a lot of house plants, and I was reading about it a lot. So I think I know maybe like 20, 30 house plants I could name.
You like to grow plants?
Not anymore, because when I bought all the plants in COVID, then it was like one winter was really cold, and in my previous apartment we didn't have heating, so all the plants froze because it was like 11 degrees. Not really froze, but they died because it was too cold. So now I don't have that many plants. But I also used to grow chili peppers and tomatoes.
Like,
I really enjoyed growing chili peppers because then I had the chili peppers, and I was growing ghost peppers, which they used to be like they're still one of the most spicy chili peppers in the world. So it was fun because then I could eat them and eat them with my friends. It was like a little challenge that we ate them together.
okay, okay.
Extremely spicy.
Did you have some dreams when you were in school? Like what you imagine you're in the future?
So, but what age? Like
Oh, you have different options. Okay, let it be in
elementary school.
Elementary
So,
school.
like when I was like, I mean, elementary school is like from 6 to 15. So it's also a big range. But when I was like a really little kid, or maybe even from 6 to 15, I really wanted to be a mom, and I wanted to have a lot of kids. I wanted to have like 5 or 6 kids and a lot of dogs. That's what I wanted. That was my dream. And I have like a hairdresser studio with my sister.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. When I was older, I think I didn't want to be a hairdresser anymore. I wanted to do, but I didn't know what I wanted to do as a profession. I just knew that I don't want to be a hairdresser. I didn't want to touch people.
Ah,
But I wanted to be a teacher. I like teaching, and I liked kids, so I wanted to be a teacher to teach kids.
do you still thinking about this?
About being a teacher?
Yeah. It can be some maybe some art.
No, I used to tutor mathematics, so I used to teach mathematics to some kids. It was really difficult. It's it's good to teach kids that like understand, but when there is someone who doesn't understand, it's really difficult. So I don't know. I don't know if I have the patience for it. Like I don't think I want to be a teacher anymore.
But you're teaching disco.
Yeah,
Do you still teach him something?
some tricks. Yeah, like maybe I don't teach them new tricks that much, but we
Practicing
practice the tricks he already knows, or some behavior like being calm because he cannot be calm. It's the most difficult skill to teach.
But you already understand how to teach dogs, yes?
Yeah, like I'm not saying I'm a professional, but I know how to teach him. I know his personality. I know how to teach him.
Like, for example, can you teach him something like you would say disco on the table and he will jump on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I could teach him, yeah. But I'm not gonna teach him because then he will do it.
Yeah, but how long it can take to teach this?
It depends. Some tricks I can teach him literally in like 10 minutes. But it depends because we have, like how I normally would teach him is that I would have a gesture to like I would help him with my hands to do it. So I would have a treat and I would like lead him on the table, and then he would understand. So then I would start making like smaller gestures, and then I would add the command, like the word. And that process, like to get from the gesture to command, that could be more lengthy, that could take more time. But just like to show him to jump, that would be easier. Like for him it's difficult to change from gesture to word command. But it depends. Some tricks he can learn very quickly, some it takes more time.
Do you think Disco is smart?
He's very smart. Of course he's smart. I'm not biased because he's my dog, but of course he's very smart.
If he were in your school, did he also will win the competition?
No.
Because Miss Monika on the first position. Do you have some papers like grammaty or something like that you...
Like medals or something? And
Yeah, something like this.
I think I have, but maybe it's gonna be at my mom's place. Like I don't have it here, so I used to have, but maybe I just threw it away. I don't know.
Maybe if you
But I have a lot of medals because I used to do belly dance, and for like
you have medals for belly dance.
we were like a group, so we won as a group, and I have plenty. I have like 30 maybe. Because there was no competition in Czech Republic, so sometimes when we went to competition, it was just our group. So it's easy to win the first. No, but sometimes there were like several dance groups, but they weren't really good. So like our teacher was way better. So she came. It was more like that her choreography was good. It wasn't that we were good dancers. But I have maybe like 30, 40 medals because we
Okay.
used to go to like I don't know 7 competitions per year, and we won at least like third position at every competition.
How do you feel when you win something? Are you every time happy?
I was really happy every time. Like I mean, when there was some other dance groups, then I was really happy. When it was just our group, then I wasn't that happy because it was obvious we were gonna win. But even now, if I win something, I'm happy. But I don't really think that you win anything anymore. The last time I won, I think, was with my master thesis. Like I wrote my master thesis at uni, and I saw on Facebook an ad for like a competition where you can send your thesis. So I sent it, and then I just got an email, you won, and you won 20,000 crowns. I was like, oh yeah. I had to present it then, but that was really nice.
I have a feeling that I'm talking to the winner of everything.
But it stopped. It stopped when I was 25. I don't win anything anymore. It's because I chose like
To be happy.
no, I chose fields when there was not much competition. You know, if like there weren't that many belly dancing groups in Czech Republic. Maybe now it's more, but back then there was like 3, 4, so it was easy to win.
But do you enjoy when you're dancing? Like of this, I don't
Uh,
know.
um,
Are you deep with your soul inside the dance?
no, like I
You just do it like a math, like counting.
no. When I was belly dancing, that was more like we had a really good friend group there. Like we were really good friends, so it was just a lot of fun.
Quick question: how long you've been
It's
dancing?
like from 12 to 19, I think.
Okay, so it's
And we had a really good group of friends. So, like when it was someone's birthday, we would bring a cake, we would eat a cake. So we were eating cakes all the time because there were like 30 girls.
and eating cakes is good for belly dancing.
Exactly. And so I really liked it, but it was more about choreography. So it wasn't like that you would be dancing all the time. Sometimes you were just standing there, like, and some other people were dancing. So I don't know. I wasn't a good dancer. I'm not a good dancer. So I was just enjoying it, just being with the friends. Now I don't do belly dancing anymore. But if I go, like I sometimes have like dance parties at home just with myself and my dog, and I enjoyed it. I'm just having fun. But I had to like grow into this. Like when I was younger, I felt like I'm not a good dancer. I cannot dance. I was shy. But now I don't care that I'm not a good dancer. I can dance even though I'm not a good dancer, and I can have fun.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good position because if you think you're good or bad, it can stop you to do something. But usually it doesn't matter what people say, good, bad. If you do, if you like it, it's the best way to do.
I think I did it mostly because of the friends that I enjoyed being with my friends there. I felt like I belonged there. They were really good friends.
Are you still talking to these friends?
One.
The other went out from the Prague.
No, it just like
Okay,
we had different
okay.
like hobbies, and like I stopped dancing, so it's
And when you last time met this one person,
last weekend.
have you danced with?
No. We drank prosecco and gossiped. I mean, we upgraded. So back then, when we were kids, we were eating cakes. Now we're drinking prosecco and pizza. We had pizza.
I didn't know that you've been dancing that long time.
But I would say that I was eating more cakes than dancing.
But it's
And then we sometimes had like summer camps or like trainings that we would go for a week outside to like have a training. But we also had like some games there like for smaller kids. We also like organized some games, so it was nice. It was more like summer camp than just dancing.
the story of
Oh,
summer camp.
summer camp. I remember once we went to this summer camp and we were staying in like these cabins, like small cabins, and there was also like a summer camp or training for volleyball players. So they were just guys and we were just girls. And we were like 14, 15, I think. And that was when I fell in love for the first time. It was a guy, he had like curly hair and he was really tall. He was like 2 meters tall because he was a volleyball player. And we stayed in, like there was a dining room and we stayed there with these guys. And then we had pancakes for dinner. And then there were some leftover pancakes that we could eat. And we had a fight with the pancakes. We were like throwing the pancakes at each other. And it was super cool. I really enjoyed it. And it was like a lot of girls and a lot of guys, and we were having a pancake fight. And then in the morning, when the cooks found out, they were really mad. And they told us, our instructor, she told us that we cannot talk to the guys anymore. So then at night, every time we were like sneaking out to talk to them. And then I had his picture. And then we met a few times after the summer camp. But he lived outside of Prague, so it was difficult. So there was no love story. But it was when I fell in love for the first time. His name was Tomáš.
Maybe now he's in Prague.
I think he's married. I still have him on a Facebook.
Have you training some sport when you were in school? Like
No, I only did belly dance. I used to go for ceramics and belly dance.
ceramics?
Yeah, I was making like mugs and cups like from clay.
Ah,
Keramika.
Keramika,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
So, and belly dancing, that was all I did. And then I was sometimes like with my friends, we were on bike, but it was more like that we went somewhere and then we were gossiping together. And the bike was that we have less time to get to each other's places.
Have you enjoy your high school?
It was nice, but I think I enjoyed like elementary school and university much more. I don't know. I think it's a difficult age, like from 15 to 19, like being a teenager, you have a lot of emotions, a lot of like troubles and everything. When there is some problem, you feel like it's the end of the world. I think I like was really depressed and like everything was a big problem for me. Like whatever happened, I thought it was the end of the world. So I think it wasn't like the best time of my life. But I think it's like the hormones when you're growing up, it's difficult.
Have you ever been to police when you were in school?
Yeah, but not that I did something bad, but because they stole my car.
Car?
Yeah, when I turned 18, we got a car with my sister and they stole it in a month. So instead of going to school, actually the day before they stole it, I was texting my friend because we were supposed to have a presentation at school. And I was like, I wish something happened that we wouldn't have to like present it because I need more time to prepare the presentation. In the morning, I wake up, my aunt calls me and she's like, can you check if your car is there? Because I didn't see it. Did you like park it somewhere else? I was like, no. So I go outside, the car is gone. So I call police. I'm like, what do I do? And they're like, you come to the police station. So I did come to the police station. They didn't come. I came to the police station and yeah.
So what police helped?
They didn't find it, but we had insurance, so we got money back. It was just gone, like this.
Oh,
They also stole a lot of bikes. I had like 4 bikes and all of the bikes got stolen. So anything that has wheels, I think it gets stolen from me. I think it's destiny that I don't own anything with wheels. So since they stole the car, I didn't buy anything with wheels.
Do you believe in destiny?
Wheel destiny.
Especially if it's round, I believe.
You know, it's like the cakes. I ate a lot of cakes as a kid, so I think I got enough like
Wheels.
round things. So then I just don't deserve any more round things in my life. It was enough. And I still eat cakes. So maybe if I stopped eating cakes, I could buy a bike.
Yeah, could be. Next location. When you finish your high school, you decide that you want to study more,
Yeah.
learn more, because it was not enough for you when you went to
University. Study
University.
mathematics, yeah. But it's like in Czech Republic, I think it's kind of like that most of the people go to university after high school.
What if you don't go to university? You
You can
go.
start working. But a lot of people go and they try at least for like 1 year or something just to still be students, to have the student benefits, like public transportation that is cheaper. Yeah, and I went to study mathematics. I was a little scared because everyone was telling me that the people studying mathematics are gonna be super weird, which kind of is true. But then when you're part of it, you are also kind of weird and you are proud of it. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It was great. I remember when we had, like, before the university started, we had this, like, we went camping so that we get to know the new people and the new professors.
And there
they
was this guy with long hair.
no, that was no, unfortunately not. But like they gave us some lectures, like how it works and the system at the university, and there were also some games so that we get to know each other. And I remember there were many people that like went to me and they were asking me like, Monika, have you read this book? And it's like a book from a mathematician, which is like super difficult, and there are some like things that you have to calculate, and it's like really difficult. And I was like, no, I didn't even know it existed. And when it was like the 5th person that asked me, I started to be really nervous because I was like, okay, so if I haven't read it, it means that I will not like finish the university, because obviously everyone has to read it. And that's what everyone told me. You know, Monika, if you didn't read it, you will not finish the university. All the people that finish the university, they read the book. I was like, oh my God. And I started freaking out. I never read it. And then all the people that asked me if I read it, they didn't finish the university, but I did.
But you never read it.
I never read it.
And they read.
They read it
Right.
before the university, before, like during summer, before they started the university. Because they were like so motivated, and I didn't have the motivation. Like I was just enjoying the summer. I was traveling somewhere, I guess. And
How it's possible that you are smarter than other people?
no. The other people, most of the people that they didn't read it either. But these 5 people that read it, they were probably like too motivated, and then they lost the motivation, or I don't know, they got burnt out, and
Oh.
they left after the first semester. So that's what I remember from like the very beginning. But
So even if you can change time back and you give advice to yourself, you
Don't
would say,
read-
don't read that book.
and I didn't read it, so it was good.
Okay.
And then instead, like when I was on the bus, I was sitting in the, like, going to this course, like to get to know the people. I was sitting in the back, and I actually met there a girl that I knew her from my elementary school. Like we knew each other when we were like 8. And I was like looking at her. I was like, Bara, is it you? And she was looking at me, and it was like, Monika, is it you? And then we became friends.
And you remember your name after
Yeah, I remember. She was also like one of the smart kids.
Wow.
And Yeah, and now we're still friends. She's great. And we're sitting in the back of the bus, and then there was like bottles of alcohol passing, and we are drinking alcohol on the bus, and all the smart, motivated kids, they were in the front not drinking, and they were looking at us like, what are you doing? You cannot be drinking here. And then when we got to the cars, we were like, what do we do? There was no program, no one told us anything, so we decided to go look for a pub. And then we sat around a pub. It was like a round no, we sat around a table. It was a round table again, round.
Yeah.
So it was a round table, and there were like 10 of us, 10 people, and we became friends, and we had like this friend group. We called it like Nights from the Round Table. And most of us finished the university, even though we were drinking, and everyone was looking at us like, what are you doing? You cannot be drinking here. You have to do like mathematics. But we finished.
Have you ever have problems in university with, I don't know, like marks?
Grades? Yeah, I did not. I failed one subject, but that like most of the people failed it because it was just too difficult. Like 90% failed it, so I took it the next year and I got good grade.
Did you, your university paid some money to you
For
for studying?
no, like they do. I think if you have good grades or something. But since I failed this one course, I didn't get it.
Mm. And how many years it was university?
So it's like 3 years for bachelor. So I finished bachelor, and then it's 2 more years for master, but it took me 3 years. So I did 6 years of university.
So you did 1 year 2 times?
I actually, the last year I was only writing my thesis. I didn't do any courses. I was just at home, and it was COVID. So I was just at home chilling and writing my thesis.
Okay. So
And
what
also I had a job, like part-time job.
what was your feeling when you finish study?
That I'm free. I don't want to do it ever again. I don't want to study ever again. I really loved it. I really enjoyed it, but it was like really, it was a lot. And I feel like it took out a lot of energy from me. And now I just don't want to do it again. It was great, amazing, but the last 2 years I was already suffering. Like the first 4 years it was okay, but the last 2 years I didn't enjoy that much.
What do you think your strong part in studying? I don't know, maybe you have good memory, maybe you're
I think I work good in teams, so I'm really good when we're studying together in a group, and then I bring like the motivation to study. Or like when everyone is like, "Let's have a break," I'm like, "No, let's continue." But when I study alone, I don't do it. Like I would have breaks all the time, but when it's in a group, I'm like, no, 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 no breaks. We study. So I think we were like, especially in the first 3 years, we were studying a lot, like with my friends together, and I think that helped. That we were studying together, and there are people like me telling others not to have breaks.
so you're a good teammate.
I think so.
Okay. So you finished studying and you went to job for searching for a job?
I actually had a job when I was in the last year of university. I had like half-time job.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually just switched it to full-time job. So it was the same
And you
job.
still work there?
No, no, no. It was in a bank.
And after bank, you went to your place where you're working now?
Yes.
Yeah. And can you explain what are you doing on your job?
Yeah, okay. So I work as a quantitative analyst, and it means that like my team, we do like predictive models that predict, like for example, we predict like how much electricity is gonna be consumed in each hour for like every day in each country in European Union, or we try to predict how much is gonna be the price of electricity for each hour in every country.
So you know which countries spend more electricity? Who spend more electricity?
I mean, it's mostly dependent on the size of the country, so it's gonna be like I don't know by heart, like France, Germany, because they're big.
Okay. Okay. Do you think your job is important?
Uh, I think there are more important jobs than mine.
If your company will stop work
Oh,
tomorrow,
okay. My company is important, but my job, I don't think so. But the company is important. It's a really big company, and they own most of the power plants in Czech Republic. So that is important because you need electricity. But my job, I don't think that. Like if I lost it, I think the world would still go on.
okay. I know that you're traveling a lot. I
Yes.
know that you've been in many places, more than I have fingers even in my legs.
Yeah. I think around 30.
How you start to do traveling?
Actually, I think when I went to Ukraine, I think I went to Ukraine. It was after, I think before I started university, I think it was the year, like between high school and university. I went to Ukraine with my friend. She's Ukrainian, and her friend from high school, he's Czech, but he studied, like, he really loved, like, Eastern Europe. So he loves Ukraine, Russia, and like the history and the people, and he speaks Russian. So we went together, and also with my sister, and we went to Zakarpattia, like the western part of Ukraine, and it was great. I really enjoyed it. It was like my,
It was like your first travel?
it wasn't, it was probably like my first travel. Like I went for like a weekend to Berlin or to Vienna, but this was like 7 or 10 days. So it was probably like the longest travel that I did without my parents
Okay,
somewhere abroad.
okay, okay.
And I loved it. It was great. Like I think back then, I don't know what year it could be. Like it was when I, so like 10, 11 years back.
Mm-hmm.
So like 2015, I think, something like that. And it was it was amazing. Like I loved it so much. It felt so different to what I know from Czech Republic, and it felt so authentic. Like the people in the villages, they were so nice, and everyone when they saw us, they were so happy to see us, and they were so friendly, and yeah, and I really enjoyed it, and I really wanted to enjoy like the real real life, which maybe we took it too hardcore, because then we were in Lviv, and we went to a hotel, and no, was it? Yeah, it was in Lviv, and they offered us three types of rooms, and they said that they have a normal room, a lux room, and then deluxe room, and we asked what was the difference, and they said that like the deluxe room, it has running hot water and clean walls. The lux room, it has running hot water and dirty walls, and the normal one doesn't have hot water, and it has like dirty walls. And we were like, okay, we're gonna take one deluxe and one normal. So I slept in the normal one, and that was interesting. Like I don't think Ukraine is like that, so I don't want to talk badly about it. But it was a big shock. Like there was blood on the walls, the door couldn't close, and the bed sheets were dirty, and the water wasn't hot, but it wasn't even running. There was like a barrel that you were supposed to use to shower yourself with cold water. But I loved it so much because it was like, this is amazing. Like that you can have a hotel like this and people would still pay for it. Like I did pay for it. And it's like I really genuinely enjoyed it, that like it still exists, something like that, and I was willing to pay for it, and it was like quite cheap. So I was like, okay, I just need to sleep. It was okay. Like then I had a shower in the deluxe room, to be honest. I didn't take a shower in my normal room with the barrel. But that was the first time when I traveled alone, and I was like, okay, I want to come to Ukraine again for sure. I really enjoyed it. Like and Lviv's beautiful. Like, have you been to Lviv?
Like once for a short time.
Yeah, and it's like really lovely. Like the city is beautiful. I hope it's gonna be still beautiful in the future. And we did a hike in, it was in Volovets, which was great because like my Ukrainian friend, I think it was her first hike in her life, and I said it's gonna be for like 2 hours. It was like 10 hours, a lot of hiking, and she she wanted to kill me after. But I think after she was super happy that she like did it,
Yeah.
And then we were on the train, and it was like one of the long distance trains. So all the old ladies were there like eating semečky, like the sunflower seeds, and then you could see like all the sunflower shells like on the floor of the train. And we don't have it. Like no one eats sunflower seeds here, and it was great. I loved it. And then they would give you like tea and some candy, and they would try to talk to you. I felt like that people were like more friendly and more open to talk to strangers. Maybe because they're not really used to seeing that many tourists.
From Czech Republic, I guess for sure. Not so many people, but could be.
Yeah. So that was the first time when I traveled to Ukraine.
Okay, and what about food in Ukraine? You remember?
Vareniki. I fell in love with vareniki. I ate vareniki every day, and back then it was so cheap. It was like less than €1 for like one plate of vareniki. So I loved it. I was eating vareniki every day. That was the only thing that I ate. And then
Vareniki with what inside?
potatoes.
Potatoes?
And sheep cheese, like brinza.
Mm.
But
Okay.
potatoes, mostly potatoes.
With the fried onion, I guess.
Yeah. And sour cream.
Mhm.
Amazing.
Can you remind me how many countries you've been? Like
Yeah, like 30.
30. Usually you visit like 1, 2 per year.
Yeah, like now I have a job, so I have only limited days off. So I try to go somewhere for like 3 weeks, and I prefer to stay in one country for a longer time. So normally it's like 1 or 2 countries, and then maybe I can take a small trip. So like maximum 3 countries per year now.
If someone will ask you like 3 countries where you've been, like the most important in your life, that you like happy that you've been there,
Okay, so
can you choose 3?
Ukraine.
Okay.
Well, that's when I fell in love with like the
It's something that fall in your
yeah,
mind.
that's it was the start of my passion for traveling.
Okay.
But I've been to Ukraine more times, like 3 or 4 times, and every time I loved it.
And which city you've been?
So one time I went, it was the Zakarpattia, so we were in, it was more like small cities. We were in Uzhhorod,
Uzhgorod?
and then we were in Volovets, Pilipets, smaller ones, and then we went to, it was like a spa town, but Truskavets, and then Lviv. And the next time I went, we hitchhiked autostop from Prague to Kiev. So
Oh, tell me this story, please. How it's...
actually, we didn't hitchhike from Prague. I think we did take a bus to Poland, and then we hitchhiked from Poland to Kiev.
the
It
Poland.
was super easy because the first car they would tell us we were going to Kiev, but we were like, no, we want to take more time. But everyone was going to Kiev, so it was super easy.
So you went to the road and you're like, okay, I need your
And
help.
we were like
Okay.
stopping the cars, and they stop you, and it was really easy. Like in Poland, in Ukraine, everyone would give you a lift. It was easy.
Okay, so first car brought you to the Kiev.
No. We said that we want to like have more time, like spent in Ukraine. So we told them to take us only like few kilometers, and then we got off, I think.
So when you went first stop in Ukraine,
I think
you were with your friends?
it was with my boyfriend at the
Okay.
time. But it was, I think the first stop was somewhere like at the border, because we crossed the border like
Okay,
walking.
but have you had some money?
Like Ukrainian currency?
Like just money at all? Like
Yeah, we did.
So it was just for fun to make hitchhike, yeah.
I did hitchhike a lot with my ex-boyfriend. We hitchhiked through most of the countries.
But you do not afraid? Like
No.
you just stop the machine?
Yeah.
You don't feel that
Normally-
it's brave?
Normally the people who want to take you, they're like it's either like, I think it's either super poor people or super rich people. The people in between, they don't really normally take you, but super poor people, they're like just super nice and they're like happy to help you, and super rich people, they just don't have, they have a lot of time. It's mostly like some mafia people. I think I've been to many cars owned by like mafia people. It's like black cars with black windows, and then they're on the phone like selling things. And then they tell us, Monica, there is like a wrestling tournament this evening there in that building. It's illegal. Do you want to go? I'm like, no. But actually, I've never had a problem. Like, I think I've been to like for sure, more than 100 cars in my life.
Like by hitchhiking?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, okay, what is the chance, like, if, like, for a challenge, you will do hitchhiking from the Prague to, I don't know, let it be not Ukraine, let it be Amsterdam.
Okay, I think
Can you make it?
I
Just like it for a challenge.
yeah, I think it would be more difficult in the Western countries, maybe, but maybe not. I don't know, because in Czech Republic you cannot be hitchhiking like on the road. You have to go to like the gas stations, like petrol stations.
Mm-hmm.
And then like we tried it, but it's annoying because you have to actually like go to the people and ask them. Whereas when you're on the road, the people decide for themselves if they want to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't like it because it was like I pushing the like if I would be at the petrol station, it's like I'm pushing the people, actively asking them like, will you give me a lift?
Mm-hmm.
It felt like then they feel like they cannot say no.
Mm.
And like if you go to the east, there's not that many rules, so I think it's easier to like hitchhike somewhere outside of European Union.
Okay, but you don't afraid to hitchhike.
Alone, I did hitchhike alone once. I
Mhm.
hitchhiked from Serbia to Bulgaria, and I didn't. It was actually it's more difficult to. I thought it would be easy to hitchhike alone as a girl, but it's easier to hitchhike as a couple.
Mhm.
Because when you're a couple, they are like, okay, so they're a couple, so they're normal people because they're a couple, and the people are not scared.
Mhm.
But I think when I was alone, maybe they thought I was a prostitute or something, and they didn't. No one wanted to take me. It was very difficult. Also because from Serbia to Bulgaria, there were many people going from Germany to Istanbul, like many Turkish people, and they had really full cars, so I wouldn't fit in the car.
Mm.
So it was difficult. It took me a lot of time actually, and it was a direct road. So yeah, I don't know if I would hitchhike alone again, but like I'm not scared. Like I think you cannot be scared of people. It's just if something happens, it happens. It's life.
But what do you think? Usually people is more friendly or no?
we, the only issue I've had in my whole life in hitchhiking was that the driver was drunk. Yeah, it was in Armenia, I think, and he was so drunk that he forgot that we were in his car. And he looked at us. He was like, "Who are you?" And then my at the time boyfriend, he started asking him like, "Where can I buy like homemade vodka?" And the guy was like, "Oh, let's go to my place. I have everything." So yes, I have vodka, I have meat, I have fruit, I have vegetables. Like in Armenia, we have everything. And he wanted to turn around and go back. I was like, no, 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 stop. You're getting off. And he was like, no, 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 I'm taking you. So he took us to where we wanted to. And we promised him to give him some money because he wasn't going in the direction that we were going.
Mhm.
And there were no cars. It was somewhere in mountains. And then when we were giving him the money, he was like, what is it? Because he didn't remember that we told him that we would give him money. And then he took it and he went to the shop and he bought more vodka. I hope he got home safe.
Probably for sure.
Yeah, but there were just like there were just cows on the road, so he
Mhm.
hit one cow, but the cow wasn't injured, so it was fine.
Okay.
But I was really scared, like because he was crazy. Like when he actually didn't remember that we were in his car, I was like, wow, he's super drunk, he's wasted.
Okay.
So
Like-
that was the only problem that we had. Besides that, not really.
So usually people are friendly.
Yeah,
Nice.
and then they take you for lunch sometimes, like especially in Armenia, that was crazy. Like everyone would stop at a petrol station and they would go and they would buy something for us. Everyone would buy in Armenia. They had this like a black coffee with sugar. It was cold and it was like in a yogurt cup, like in this plastic cup. and they would stop and they would give it to you, but they don't know that I'm already in a fifth car of that day, and I've already had like 4 coffees. And I was like, and they look at you and they're like, drink it, it's great, like taste it. And I drank it. I was like, no, I cannot do this anymore. But you feel like you have to drink it because they're so nice that they gave you coffee. And once it happened that they stopped at a petrol station and he bought us coffee. I was like, oh no. And then I was like, okay, I would prefer tea. And they were like, no, tea is for Muslims. We don't drink tea here. So he bought me iced
Tea
tea.
for Muslims.
Yeah, because they don't like Azerbaijan. So they're like, it's Azerbaijani people who drink tea. We drink coffee here in Armenia.
Ah, okay.
And then he bought us like iced tea, Coca-Cola, and then some ice cream. And I opened the ice cream, and inside of the ice cream there was this golden necklace with Saint Mary on it. It was in some of the ice cream. There's like a gift, and everyone from the petrol station came to look at it. And I felt so bad because this guy looked like he was super poor, and he already bought us so many things, and there was this golden necklace, and I was like, have it. And he's like, no, you have it. So I got a golden necklace. Then I gave it to someone else. But and he even gave us, like, he was eating kebab, and he gave us each half, so he didn't have lunch. So he gave us his kebab. Then I got this ice cream with Saint Mary inside. It's crazy.
So Armenian people are all super friendly.
Yeah, they are. It was great. I recommend going to Armenia. So because you ask which countries, right? 3
Mhm.
countries. So I would say Ukraine, Armenia, and then I'd say cannot decide between Kyrgyzstan and Colombia. So 4.
Let's talk. What do you like in Kyrgyzstan
Uh-huh.
and what do you like in Colombia?
So in Kyrgyzstan, we did hitchhike a lot too. And like Kyrgyzstan, there is a lot of mountains. So, and there are people like the Kyrgyz people, there are nomadic people. So they live in yurts, like in these big tents in the mountains. They mostly now live there just during summer, like just holidays, like vacation. And they have like many horses. So what we did, that we just went through the mountains. Sometimes we were hitchhiking, sometimes we were hiking. And then we just went to the yurts and we asked them, like, can we sleep here? And we're like, yeah. They mostly have like a yurt for guests, so you pay some money, then they give you some food. Once we got to a super remote area, we actually, this time we hired a driver because you couldn't really go there like walking, and there's not many cars going there. So we were just in a village and we asked around, like, do you have any cousins that could take us there? And they called some people and they were like, okay, I found a cousin, he's gonna take you. So he took us to the mountains, and we were in this yurt, and there was a family. They had like 8 kids. So there was the father and 8 kids, and the mother wasn't there because she just gave birth to like the 9th kid. The oldest one was like 11, and she was taking care of all the kids. She was amazing. Oh my God, she was like 11, and she had like so many kids around her.
It's your dream when you was in school.
No, not in the mountains without electricity. And then she was cooking like dinner for everyone. So it was like on the fire outside, like in a big pot, and she cooked like yak. It's like this cow, and the yak was like dead outside. I could see it, and she just went there with a knife. She cut a piece and then she made soup from it. Wow, that was. And then like dogs were eating on the yak, so I was like, I don't know if I want to eat it. But then like she put a lot of effort into it, so we ate it. Then it was raining at night, so when we got back, the driver, like when we were going back, the driver told us it was raining, so the river is quite high. So I don't know if he can cross it because there was no bridge. So before we crossed the river, he just closed his eyes. He was like, Allahu Akbar, and he went in the river. And we got stuck inside because like the river, it was a lot of water. So we got stuck in the river. Then he jumped outside of the window and he ran away. And he said something like that, try to get the water out. And so I took my half-a-liter bottle and I was like, and then I was like, it's not gonna help because the car started filling up with water. So I was like, okay, maybe we should leave too. and it was in Lada car, and it has only front doors, and I was sitting in the back, so I had to go like crawl to the front to get out. And yeah, we got out, and then we saved the car. No one got hurt, but only like the driver's laptop was in the trunk. We didn't know, so we didn't save it, so it was damaged.
Wow, it's crazy situation.
Then they took us. There was some tourists in it with a jeep, so they put a rope and they got the car out. And then the driver of the jeep got so excited that he took out the car, because it took like 2 hours maybe. That he wanted to cross the water himself, and he got stuck too. But of course there are people, like local people came with vodka. They gave you vodka and some food, so I was just chilling there drinking vodka, looking at it. It was after COVID, so they had this vodka. It was called anti-COVID. So we were drinking anti-COVID, looking at these guys trying to get the car out. It was great. And that's what I love, that like the people are so spontaneous and they just live their life. Like they like something happens, they try to solve it. I mean, I don't think this could happen here in Czech Republic. Just people are not really friendly. They would be like looking at you, like maybe taking videos, but they wouldn't talk to you. They wouldn't come to you and bring you vodka. Maybe somewhere in villages, but not in Prague for sure.
Nice. Okay. Colombia.
In Colombia, it was actually the first time when I traveled alone. No, I traveled alone actually in the Balkans. It was the second time when I traveled alone.
You use hitchhiking to Colombia?
No, I took a plane. And I didn't hitchhike in Colombia. I don't know the safety in Colombia. It's like I don't know if I would hitchhike even as like with someone.
How many words you know in
Spanish?
Spanish?
I know quite good Spanish.
Like-
I can communicate in Spanish.
Like more than 100 words?
Yeah, for sure. Like it was my first time in the Americas, and it was my first time in like Latin America. And I like what I loved, like the music. There was reggaeton playing everywhere. It was so loud, and people were dancing. People were having fun, and it was like so spontaneous. And people were also like when I arrived to Bogota, which is kind of like cold part of Colombia. So people there weren't. I thought they would be more friendly. So I was a bit surprised that they're not that friendly. But then when I traveled more in Colombia, like people were super friendly. And I was just so proud of myself that I'm traveling alone in Colombia, because everyone was telling me, Monika, you cannot go to Colombia. It's so dangerous. And I managed. It was fine.
Oh, it was very brave step.
Yeah, when I was sitting on the plane, I was like, what am I doing? Then when I got off, I actually, the first day or second day, I got to one street that probably wasn't the most safe one in Bogota. It was actually one of the most dangerous places in Bogota, I was told. I didn't know. And that time I was like, what am I doing? But after this incident, nothing happened. Like nothing happened there either. I just could see that it's not somewhere where I should be.
Okay, so what do you like in Colombia? Dance? Latina?
I did dance. I have a friend. I met a Colombian guy in Serbia, so I actually visited him when I was in Colombia for a few days. So that was fun. That I actually got to see someone that I met here in Europe, and then I met him in Colombia. I went to his office, so we went to grab lunch at his like canteen, which was cool. Like it's amazing that like on the other side of the world, you just meet someone and you see where they live, where they work. So I enjoyed that, and together we went to some parties. It was also good that like I stayed for a few days at his place, which wasn't super in the center, and I think that's not normally where tourists would go. So I went to like some local bars, which was super cool because it was completely different atmosphere because there were no tourists. So I like that, and I really like the food. It was like quite simple, but it was good. Like normally you would get like some fish, rice, and maybe beans like during lunch, but it was good.
It was a lot of interesting stories. 5 things which you, in your opinion, each people in the world
Okay.
should try in their life. And you have time?
Do you know what day it is today?
Today is 6th of September.
So my first advice that I would give to others is
To them.
that
We'll
them.
give to you.
that everyone should try traveling alone, at least for like a weekend. But it's great because you get outside of your comfort zone and you like I feel like you become a better person because you need to like be alone. There is no one to help you, so I think it's good to travel alone, at least for a weekend. It can be in your country. Even just being alone and like doing things alone, exploring. I think it's like gives you new perspective.
Super, I like it.
Second thing that I think that everyone should try hitchhiking because everyone is so scared of everything, and then you will just find out that people are normal. Like there's like of course there are bad people, but most of the people they are not trying to hurt you. They're just curious and they want to know who you are.
One advice if you are doing hitchhiking.
Okay, you still have to be cautious. Like if there is someone who stops and you're like this person looks suspicious, you shouldn't get in the car. But I've never followed this rule because I never find anyone suspicious.
Okay. Okay, super.
But like don't force yourself. Maybe go with a friend for the first time.
Super, nice. Let's go next.
And third one is that if you're somewhere abroad, you should drink with the locals. Just, I feel like if you're traveling, it's good to understand the culture, and how else to understand the culture.
So you should drink not in the city center of this place, just go...
I mean, you can drink in the city center, but with the locals.
Okay,
But in the village, it's better. And drinking a local drink.
okay, okay.
And my next advice is that you should cook for friends. I think it's good that if you share like what you like and you show them what food you like, and maybe if you're like from different, even if you're from the same country, but if you cook for your friends, you show like what's your family meal, like how you grow up, and you show who you are as a person.
Yeah, one thing you should know, that Monika's brownie is the best. It's super chocolate, tasty, amazing.
Okay, and the last advice is that you should become friends with people from different countries, because it again gives you like new perspective on the world. So you find out that there are people like from different countries, they have like different mindset, different opinion, and it depends like where they grew up. So,
Okay,
and it makes you more open-minded.
okay. I think it's nice advices. I like it. Thank you, Monika. It was super amazing, cool, nice, many stories. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.